Well, I'll tell you what. I get what you're saying. It's not being naive. It's trying to be fair to everybody involved. Could it be the tip of the iceberg? Yes, but I'm not going to presume more and think that Michigan State should act like it's more unless they know it's more. If they know it's more, then that's one thing. But at this point, we're going to go with what's reported or anything else that we hear and can report ourselves. But here's another one. How naive are you to think that it's only $400? It's the tip of the iceberg. He was paid much more than that. Another one here. You guys are already screwing up the story. His mom took the money, allegedly. No proof. Izzo and Miles even knew about it. Let it play out.
Well, we actually didn't screw that up. I think that's exactly what we've said. But.
Yeah. Now, you have to remember, that was the Cam Newton defense. That was the Reggie Bush defense. And it wasn't me. It was mom or dad. In the eyes of the NCAA, it doesn't really matter. I can't believe there's going to be anything done. Why parents can't meet with an agent to learn about their child's future. This happened in May 2016 before he set foot on campus. They can meet with an agent. It's just against NCAA rules to take any benefits. You're more than welcome to meet with an agent.
Right, meaning lunch, which, it seems ridiculous, but it is what it is. You can't, like Doug said, you can meet with the agent, but you can't have the agent buy lunch for you. You have to buy your own lunch.
I checked that. I made a call to somebody at an NCAA institution to go over what was allowed and what isn't. You can meet with an agent. You just can't, you can't take anything from them. And if the NCAA, if I were Michigan State and handling this, I'd call up the NCAA and say, okay, look, we saw a case of a Miami running back that got $400, and he sat out 0.083% of his football season. We're going to suspend Miles for 2.5 games, which equals 0.083%. That's if they think he took anything, and they can find out. They sit down with him and his mom and say, hey, was anything taken here? And then they can try and get out ahead of it and look good in the eyes of the NCAA. Hey, looking to add your talent to a dynamic company? United States Traffic Network seeks a motivated account executive to join their sales team. Send your resume to ustrafficnetwork.com/careers. That's ustrafficnetwork.com/careers. Let's get to your phone calls. We go to Martin on 97.1 The Ticket. Hi, Martin.
Boys, what up, baby? How you guys doing on this Friday, Drury?
It is dreary.
Let me get a couple minutes here, if you guys don't mind. First of all, U of M fans, I'm a big U of M fan, but we know what it's like to pay players. Miles Bridges, to me, did not get money or did not come back to get more money or got paid. For everybody, take a second and breathe, because you guys were the same people that jumped on Izzo and D'Antonio and said he was guilty and blah, blah, blah. Let's give Izzo a chance here, because as a U of M fan, I don't think he knew about this. And his mom, probably looking at it from a different point, met with the wrong agent who's being under investigation and slid an envelope of cash, for an example. I don't know what happened. His mom's not going to say, no, I'm not taking this. They're going to take it. This guy could have went to the NBA last year, whether it's a first round or a second round, whatever he would have gotten, and gotten some money. So let's not act like he's in the movie Blue Chips and says, I want 40 G's cash behind the house or a tractor. This guy came back for his second year. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's hear all the reports, because these same people, and including me, I was part of it, that jumped down and said Izzo was dirty and so was the football coach because of the Paula Levine story. Let's just breathe for a minute and see what's going on, because as much as I hate MSU and Gator, I can't stand them. Let's give Bridges the benefit of the doubt here, because we were the same people that jumped down the coach's back and wanting to get rid of them and all this. But the NCAA's got bigger issues, like the Baylor and Penn State, giving them, they should have gotten worse, and they gave them fractions. I can't see this being more than a game suspension, if that, or being ignored completely. That's what I think, because I don't think it's that serious.
Well, I think whatever happened, if Bridges is in the lineup on Sunday, I think we know what needs to be known.
But aren't they guilty if they suspend him? Here's a question for you. If they suspend him 2 games, doesn't that make him look guilty, or do you just
if they know that he is, then do it.
It would be my point.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying we're going to try and find a like suspension that you doled out and suspend him for that same amount of time.
The amount is what's really interesting here. Because the ranges in what this story has players or parents alleged to have any involvement with this is wide ranging. $400 up to what, $43,000?
The biggest payment that you can see in one lump sum is apparently Dennis Smith from North Carolina State received $43,500. So that's why I said the $400 seems relatively minuscule. It's a violation.
It's a violation. If it's true, it's a violation. But I guess my further question would be, okay, why $400? Why was there a need for $400? What happened there?
Who knows?
Well, no, but I mean, I think that's germane to this, just to try to understand it. Yeah, you're paying off a bill. I don't know, but I'm curious, and this, I don't know, this whole case seems like it's something that the NCAA certainly doesn't want to deal with, because I think they're worried about something further down the road where they are going to have to start paying the athletes more, regardless if you or I like it. That's what's going to happen down the road.
The thing about it is, there's two things. One is, I heard that the NCAA itself, as an organization, 90% of its income comes from the NCAA men's basketball tournament. College football playoff, they don't get money from that. The NCAA men's basketball tournament provides the NCAA with 90% of its income. So how much are they going to want to punish teams that help bring in the money? That bring in the money. And if you go down this list, NC State, Seton Hall, LSU, Maryland, Kentucky, Washington, Wichita State, Indiana, Kentucky, Penn State, Villanova. And then there's a lot of local ties because Christian Dawkins is a Saginaw guy. His dad was a high school basketball coach in Saginaw, Lou Dawkins. And Christian Dawkins, who is, was working with this former NBA agent, or this Andy Miller. And Christian Dawkins had a lot of ties with state of Michigan kids. Edmund Summer, who is from Detroit Country Day, went to Xavier. Josh Jackson, Detroit Consortium, went to Kansas. Monte Morris from Flint. He had lunch with him. He went to Iowa State. Now, that lunch, that's all that was in there, was he had lunch with him. Eric Davis from Saginaw went to Texas. Kyle Kuzma from Flint went to Utah. Their names are all in this report. A lot of state of Michigan ties. 248-539-9797. We'll get to more of your phone calls, more of your feedback. What should Michigan State do, if anything, about Miles Bridges?